Welcome back to Ben Jordan Case 1. Let's talk to the receptionist. Excuse me. Hello and welcome to the Everglades National Park Visitor Center. May I help you with something? Do you know anything about the skunk ape? No, I'm afraid I've never even heard of a skunk ape. I really only know about the park. Sorry. This is a nice little setup you've got here. Oh, why thank you. We pride ourselves on our visitor center and all the educational activities and exhibits we have available for our guests. Could you tell me what they are? Oh, yes, of course. Behind you there's a display case filled with fossils. On the far end of the wall, around the corner, are some historic photographs. And on a small table over there is a computer set up with educational activities for children. Tell me more about the display case. The display case contains several fossils we found in the park over the years. There are a couple of teeth, one shark tooth and one alligator tooth, and a few bones. Well, I don't need to know about the photographs in the computer. Thanks for the information. It's what I'm here for. So, let's go ahead and show this picture to Mr. Environmentalist over here. Hey, I think you should take a look at this. You hand the doctored photo to the hippie. What? What is the receptionist doing to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas? I'm not sure. Maybe you should ask her. Oh, you can be sure I will. Excuse me. How may I help you? What is the meaning of this photograph? Oh my, I don't remember taking that. You've got some explaining to do. The hippie begins a loud rant while the receptionist stares in shock. And while Ben Jordan yanks the shark tooth from the case. Let's make our necklace. You quickly tie the hair to form a band and attach the shark tooth to produce a pretty amulet. Yay! Now we can go hunt the skunk ape. I've forgotten my accents, but that's okay. I'm not a voice actor. Ha ha ha. Hello. How you doing? I'll come back later. See ya. How about we give him the necklace? Here you are, Rick. I made you an amulet. Wow, this is great. Alright, let me just go get some supplies and we'll head out to the site. Later that afternoon... Well, this is it. This is the general area where we found all the bodies. And we're going to set up camp and sleep here. Heh, yeah, a ranger's job is never done. Aw, crap. Something wrong? I knew I forgot something. I left behind the sterno lamp, so we haven't got any light. Why don't we just get some firewood the old-fashioned way? It's hard to find much dried wood around here this time of year, but I guess it's worth a shot. Okay, you start setting up the tent and stuff, and I'll go look for firewood. Let's chat with him. Hey, Rick. Yeah, Ben? Do you think the skunk ape is nearby? Well, I don't smell anything, so he can't be too close. Be careful when you're wandering around the woods, though. It can be easy to get lost, and you don't want to suddenly find yourself face to face with the skunk ape. In fact, here, take my compass for the time being. Thanks. How's the camp setup coming along? It's going alright. I'm just unpacking everything now. I'll set up the tent first, and then make a little campfire area for tonight. What happens tonight? Marshmallow roasting. Sounds fun, but shouldn't we focus on finding the skunk ape? I know you're anxious to figure out what's going on, but when was the last time you went camping? I can't really remember. Exactly, so I figure we should have some fun before getting our hands dirty. I guess you're right. All work and no play after all. That's the spirit. So what made you decide to become a ranger anyway? Well, I always loved the outdoors, so this was my ideal job. We can get to know each other later, though. Right now, I need to set up camp. Oh, of course. Sorry about that. Hey, it's no problem. I'll just let you get back to setting up camp. Okay. Well, let's get out of the way. Oh. Hi, cave. Hi, stick. You pick up the dry stick. I guess Rick was right about not finding much firewood around. Or about there not being much firewood around. Let's check out the cave. Ooh. When you enter the cave, you are struck with the same foul odor you smelled behind the visitor center. Whew. I guess I found the skunk ape's lair. Good thing he isn't home right now. The cave ground is foul and muddy. There's a large, dark pit in the center of the cave. Unfortunately, it's too dark to see how deep it is or if there's anything in it. Well, what's this made out of? Ranger Rick's trusty stainless steel compass. Well, I'm no Boy Scout anymore, but I think flint and steel makes fire. You strike the compass against the wall. Ah, sparks. Let's put the stick where the sparks went. Try again. You strike the compass against the wall. The sparks shoot off the wall and the stick catches fire. You pick up the lit stick. You throw the lit stick into the pit and peer inside. What the hell? Sugar cubes. Rick! Ben, what is it? Did you find the skunk ape? No, I found his lair, but that's not even the half of it. What happened? In the lair was a dark pit, and I just so happened to have a piece of dry wood which I set on fire and threw in it. And inside were a whole bunch of bags of cocaine. Cocaine? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. It certainly wasn't sugar. Odd. Why would there be cocaine in the skunk ape's cave? Well, obviously someone is trying to protect it and is using the skunk ape as a bodyguard. But who? That's what we need to find out. Well, it's getting kinda late. We should probably get some rest. I mean, we've been up all day. Yeah, you're right. We can both investigate tomorrow. A few hours later. And I realized that a career in international relations wasn't what I wanted to do with my life, so I decided to become a freelance paranormal investigator. That's an interesting career option. Yeah, I know. My parents thought I was nuts when I told them. But at least I'm out here actually on a case and not sitting around at home waiting for the phone to ring. I'm sure your family will be proud of you after you solve this case. I know what you mean about not having their approval, though. My parents practically disowned me when I told them I wanted to become a park ranger. They wanted me to follow in the footsteps of my father and grandfather and be a doctor. But I told them I was more interested in saving the world than saving people. Oh, it's not the best thing to say to a doctor, I'm sure. Not at all. They, of course, took it the wrong way and kicked me out of the house, but I was able to land on my feet and get a job here. Well, I'm glad it all worked out for you in the end. Boy, we've been talking for hours. We should probably get to sleep. You're right. We definitely need to be well rested for tomorrow. You go on ahead. I'll put out the fire. Okay. Good night, Rick. Sleep well. You go in the tent and quickly fall asleep. However, around 2 a.m. you are woken by a strange noise coming from somewhere near the camp. Hey Rick, did you hear that? It sounded like growling coming from the west. Rick? Where did he go? And where's my rifle? Oh, I am sorry, I just yawned. You stumble outside and see that Rick is nowhere to be found. However, there's a pervasive odor coming from the west of the campsite. Go! Oh snap! Rick, what are you doing? Ben, I found the skunk ape. I can see that, but why did you take my rifle? Do you know how much the Smithsonian would pay to have this thing? I could finally get enough money and get out of the swamp and have a real life. What? I thought you said you loved being a park ranger. You try spending your days in the hot sun with mosquitoes biting you constantly and having to listen to smelly old hippies rant all day and see how you like it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to shoot this animal. Rick, look out! What? No! Oh, snap. Holy shit, that thing really is a monster! Suddenly, you black out. Being brave in the face of danger was never your forte. At first, you think you've died, but you realize you're still alive when the pain of being dragged over rocky terrain hits you. You come to and find yourself outside a small cabin.